Hello traders, welcome to another video from RLTR Group. So today we are going to talk about how Bank Nifty is going to behave and Nifty is going to behave tomorrow, and what are the areas that I'm looking for, whether there will be a gap up, gap down, or what has been the most important point of the day in which the decisions were made. So we are going to go ahead, understand, analyze, and see where the market is going to be heading. So what I'm going to be using right now is I'm going to be using something called as an order flow to understand which area was the most important part of the day, so that we can understand that below this there is an actual support and above this there is an actual resistance. Now before that, I would want to tell you how Nifty was behaving for the entire day. Now if we go ahead and check and see, there was a positive territory of Nifty that was there right at the beginning of the start, but there were highs that were formed over here, which had a series of orders that were executed for pulling down the index. So then they did go ahead and manage it to go and pull it down somewhere around like 1140 or something like that, and then they started accumulating. If you go to our Telegram channel and if you see where we made maximum profits, was that we were in the index buying zone at this particular area. So we were able to capture this entire rally by understanding that there were orders here. So how are we going to go ahead and understand the order? So as soon as this was the bottom that was made at 1140, we were trying to go ahead and see if there is any series of buying that is happening here. So this series of buying actually gave us a bit of an idea that there is a strong up move that this can bring in. So what is this area that the buying actually happened? So let me just go far away and tell you what area it is. And so that this becomes a very important thing for you from tomorrow going forward. So the area of support for this index is somewhere around 15,547, and clearly the area of resistance for this particular um, index would be somewhere around 16,000. Let me just check here. It will be 15,660. So in between this can be acted as a resistance, this can be acted as a support. But if you're taking a trade and if somehow Bank Nifty moves above this particular level of 15,660, then according to the Fibonacci, I did give you a particular number that where our index is going to go next. So that particular target will get activated. So that target over here, I will mark it down for you. That will be 15,800. So we are going to easily achieve this target if we are going to sustain above 15,660 and then fly towards the top side. Now let us go ahead and look at Bank Nifty. Please do remember that these are the futures charts. So if you are looking, for exact, let's say, index numbers, then I won't be able to provide you, because I'm taking a step forward for you guys to understand what are the key levels that there were, supports and resistance, so that you can draw them on your line and start trading them tomorrow. So over here, similarly on Bank Nifty, I have the same pattern. So the important support for Bank Nifty that will be available as per the order flow was here. Let me just mark it down. So that would be around this area. So we also made profits in Bank Nifty today on the same particular basis. So let me just tell you why was this a very important zone. So I will take you to the deeper analysis. So let me change the time frame to 15 minutes so that you can understand a bit better. All right. So the bottom was over here that we understood, but even on this negative candle, the delta was not strong. But the point is that Bank Nifty did go ahead and move on the downside. But why was it so important for us to buy at that particular time? Why was it important for us to buy at 230? Is because as soon as there was a selling that happened, the index started its buying process at that zone. So if you see here and observe this correctly, there were a push at the bottom. There was a 44,000 negative orders that were there over here at 11 o'clock. But that did not manage to push the index down. But we had a support over here that clearly picked this up. And from there, it started flying. So we did capture all these points. Our option, which was bought at 330, went to 420. It also went to 460 at some particular point of time. But, we decided to book it at 420, and that's what has happened. So keeping this in mind, I want to tell you that Bank Nifty is still on the positive territory. Nothing has changed. But if you look from a step deeper, it has already come to the negative territory as of now. As soon as there was an opening, it started moving into the negative territory. So that means it needs to give you an indication what is going to happen tomorrow. So the most important level for tomorrow will be this. The resistance for Bank Nifty to take out for you to get 100 or 200 points would be 35,646 on futures. And if it sustains itself on that particular number, and if it pulls itself onto the top, then we are going to see Bank Nifty moving towards 36,000 very soon. So if we consolidate, break on the upside of 35,646, we are going to reach 35,824. If we are going to break the downside of 35,334, then there is highly likely possibility we will reach to the round number of 35, and we can also look at a target of 34,825. Now, please note, these are all the numbers that are actually based on futures. So accordingly, please look into your charts and plot them. Our objective by bringing order flow in our analysis was for you to understand the most critical supports and resistance so that you can make your decisions by your own self. And a lot of people don't show off with this data over the internet, but I have decided to keep it very transparent so that you guys can understand. A lot of businesses are running by giving tips with this data. So I just wanted to tell you that this will all be in place. All right. So I hope my levels help you, and I hope you make a lot of profit tomorrow. And if you have a feedback about what I have done differently today, you can leave it on the comment section. If you want to have similar kind of videos, then I can go ahead with that, or I can resume to the old one. But let's try to do this particular analysis for the next 3 days to see how the reaction is, and how the daily analysis helps you as a individual. So please let me know on the comment section if you have any questions or doubts. And if you want me to do an order flow analysis on any specific stock that you are actually holding, or if you are working on that, then do let me know about that as well, so that I can go ahead and give you a clear cut understanding about what is happening on that side as well. So with this information, I thank you so much for your time. If you want to join a live trading session where we make decisions and buy trades during this, then you can go ahead and usually subscribe to whichever option that is available on our site, and that you can do by selecting whatever your available capital is and what is your time frame. I thank you so much for your time and spending this valuable time with me. I wish you have a wonderful day ahead. Love you. See you on the next video tomorrow. Take care. Jai Hind. Goodbye.